What is up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Hope you guys are all having a great weekend so far. It's currently Sunday morning for me right now. It's 9 a.m. Today's video is just an update video for you guys on the house that I was planning on purchasing for myself. I remember the last time I talked about it on this channel, unfortunately. The deal was in the process of falling through. To get you guys up to speed, for those of you guys that maybe missed that video, by the way, I'm going to link it down below. If you guys did miss it, I suggest you watch it. But basically, the sellers of the property claimed that they did not have the valid identification to close the property. So they asked to cancel the contract. I said there's absolutely no way that I'm going to cancel this contract. They said the only time that they can get back to the United States to get the valid paperwork, I think they needed a passport, because they're currently living in China and they aren't able to sign or something like that based on the paperwork that they have. They said the earliest they can close would be 2022. They're giving me an extremely hard time. I knew it was going to be a extremely long process, but technically, as a seller of a property, once you sign on that contract, it's extremely hard to get out of. So I could have technically stayed in this indefinitely, and they could have just kept postponing it, but we negotiated. They agreed to give me $10,000 to cancel the contract. If you think about it that way, it was like basically getting $10,000 for getting an offer accepted. But then on the downside, or the cons of this whole situation, is I feel like the purchase price that I had on this property was well under market value. It was I got such a good deal on it. I think closing on this property, I would have already had $27,000 to $35,000 of built-in equity on this property. I locked it up for $393,000. I believe it was probably worth around $420,000 to $430,000 in the condition that it's in. So this video is just going to be updating you guys because I finally actually got the money. We actually officially are out of escrow on this property now, and I'm starting my entire journey over again, searching for a property. This house is now listed for rent. So one of my thoughts originally was, they're just saying that they didn't have the valid identification, but they would potentially just relist it right away because they realized that I was getting such a good deal on it. But it looks like they are actually trying to rent it out once again. They originally listed it at, if you guys look down here, this is, by the way, this is the MLS, so this is what I pull up whenever I look at properties for people. This is all the information that I get. So the original list price or lease price on this property was $1,900, and I know they actually had it at $2,100 the last week and a half here, but then they ended up dropping it down to $2,000, which makes me think that no one is actually putting in any applications on this property. One of the reasons why, you guys will see a little bit later, is the condition that it's in. They didn't do anything to make it rental ready. It's honestly I think they're gonna have to drop the price even more, or they're just gonna have to put $4,000 to $5,000 into it to get it rent ready, because the condition that it's in now is horrible. It smells horrible. The carpet's absolutely destroyed. Original countertops, original cabinets, it's just not in the best condition. So I think that's why it's still sitting on the market, because $2,000 for this property in decent condition is no problem whatsoever. This can honestly probably rent for $2,500 if it's in better condition. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2,056 square feet, 1999 build. So the roof was on its last. It needed to have a new underlayment on it, so that would have cost me a little bit of money. What I really liked about this property, and what I really look for in a lot of just not even my rentals, but just properties in general, is the approximate lot square footage. This is super, super important, and a lot of people overlook it, guys, because people really just want a house to live in. At the end of the day, the appreciation in your property, a lot of it comes from the lot that you're sitting on. The property itself depreciates, but it's the land that you're on that appreciates. So having a bigger lot size just overall for appreciation and long-term play is very, very important to me. And when I look for my clients as well, when they're looking for that long-term appreciation, even if it may just be a rental property, I try my best to at least get some decent square footage on the lot size. So what I'm looking for right now is any lot that's over 5,000 square feet, unless I absolutely love the house. Most likely going to avoid smaller lot sizes. They're paying the broker on this $250 to find, if they bring a tenant, that actually applies and goes through with it. So that's not a whole lot of money. As you guys can tell, if you're a real estate agent leasing properties for clients, it's a good way to start out, but you don't make a lot of money doing that. So now let's cancel this out and let's actually have a look at some of the pictures here. So you guys have seen this before. This is like a hidden gem to me. This is exactly what I look for in properties. A little bit of wear and tear. It scares people away. You get good deals on it. The things that I could not change about this house, I absolutely loved. And the things that I could change, super easy fixes. So it just, it's bumming me out right now just thinking about how I lost this property. But everything happens for a reason. I got to tell myself that. So this is the living room. You guys saw that. You guys can just see the carpet condition. It's extremely old. This is the master bedroom. Nothing is updated whatsoever. The pictures are horrible pictures. They took them sideways on an iPhone. They didn't get a professional in there. It's like $75 to hire a professional photographer to bang out some great photos. So this is the kitchen. I would have blown out this wall right here. We would have taken out this post. We would have removed all this right here and extended out and just kind of make it an open concept. Here we go. Bedroom 1. I would have blown out this wall right here too, I think, to really open it up. I would have probably either enclosed this whole entire hallway or just left it open like that. Bathroom. Oh man, it just like looks so, this is like what I look for because it's not that bad, but it looks horrible. Bathroom number 2. Master. They just like, there's repeating photos in this listing too. It's just like, come on, you could have taken 5 extra minutes and done it. Backyard was not looking good. Like they didn't even do landscaping to take these pictures. I would have spent $100 and at least tighten up the landscaping a little bit. They didn't even sweep up any of the bugs down here or anything like that. Garage. Honestly, this picture makes the garage look worse than what it actually is. The cool thing about the garage though is it was fully insulated, so they actually spent money on that. Unfortunately, I don't have the property. What I would have done here is I would have probably gotten new pavers. These pavers were all out of line. They're all like wonky and stuff. So I would have most likely extended pavers all the way out to here and just kind of make it like an entire, like a sitting area in a sense. And then I would have done turf everywhere else. I would have extended out the pavers to right here, like I was saying, and then this probably would have converted it all to like turf, and then turf all right here as well. The AC unit was on its last leg. It was working perfectly fine, but it was 22 years old, so I would have definitely probably have replaced that within the next couple years. But yeah, that is it, guys. For the actual update, not much to it. I had to wait way longer than what I thought to actually get the money into my account because they physically sent a check from China to the escrow company in Arizona instead of wiring the money. So it took about 2 weeks for it to get here, and then it took another 5 days for it to actually settle with the escrow company in order for them to actually send it to me. So I actually recently just got my check, even though we were supposed to get it about a month ago. On to the next one though. Let me actually how long is this video? 11 minutes. We'll see. If I end up not using this, we'll cut it out. But now that I'm on this screen, let me actually just give you guys an update on the overall market. So as you guys can see here, this little section right here is prices for residential real estate. It's the median housing prices. As you guys can see, last year around this time, the median housing price in Arizona or the Phoenix area was $295,000. April of this month, $375,000. So if you bought a property exactly a year ago and it was at the median housing price, you would have made $80,000, which is most people's salary for a year. And the crazy thing about that is you would have made $80,000 on your down payment. You're not paying for the entire house in cash. So let's say you put 10% down on the house, which is a $300,000 house. You're putting $30,000 down on a property, which is still high. You can get away with 5%. So let's say you put $15,000 down on this house. You made $80,000 in 1 year off of your $15,000. So that return on your investment is absolutely insane, guys. And just look at this chart right here. It's just literally like, it's scary. It's going even faster than what it was a couple months ago, and people thought a couple months ago it couldn't get any faster. And this is even like scarier too. Days on market is going down, so people are buying houses faster. They're going off the market faster. We did see a little spike in inventory right here over the month of March to April. Not a whole lot, 7,700 to 7,100. So this could just be a little slight little gap. If inventory does slowly start to increase, We may see housing prices drop a little bit. We also are seeing potentially with the inflation numbers that came out, the CPI data that came out at 4.2% last week, we may see a little bit of interest rate changing based on how these inflation numbers look over the next couple months here. So that could change the housing pricing a little bit as well. But right now, Arizona is so strong. Even with all these potential changes, I think it'll continue to push. Maybe not at this rate, but yeah, like there's so many new jobs, there's so many new businesses, companies, and just in general people moving to Arizona. So I think this demand's probably going to stay pretty high. Let's have a look. So let's go under $400,000. I know for those of you guys that aren't in Arizona or don't live in Arizona, this might be irrelevant to you, but this is what I look at every single day when I'm looking for properties. So I want to look in this area, guys, under $400,000. It's getting even tighter every single day. Last year around this time, my search was under $300,000, but that's just not possible anymore. Now I have to look for under $400,000. And I bet you these two listings that are actually in the area I'm looking for, they're probably less than 1,600 square feet, which is crazy to me. So $399,000. Let's see what the square footage is. Yeah, 1,560 for $400,000. That's $255 a square foot. And the lot size. Look at this lot size, guys. 2,600 square feet for a lot. Like, this house is literally sitting on, like, there's no land. I bet you the backyard in this house is probably so small right now. Like, this is not like a house that I would be personally looking for, and the condition's honestly not the best either. These are all shot vertically on an iPhone. Let me see if they even have a backyard shot here, because there's probably no backyard whatsoever. Yeah, look at that. You're literally like, you have a freaking patio deck and that's it. So this is like what I look for when I'm searching. Like, I wouldn't even look through the pictures if I saw 2,500 square feet. That's basically literally the house and a little bit of trimming on the exterior, and that's all the land you're getting. So this one's $300,000. I actually saw this one yesterday, but look at the size of it. It's 1,000 square feet. It is on a big lot, and the reason why it's on a big lot is because you can look at the year built on these. When they were built earlier, they had more generously sized lots, but the newer builds, they just like literally like stick them side by side because of the amount of demand people have in Arizona right now. It's like it's forcing builders to build them like side by side with each other, and they sacrifice lot size for that to fit more properties in there. So this was built in 83, which is why the lot size was a little bit bigger. I actually really like this lot size. We'll have a look right now at it so you guys can get an idea on what 8,000 square foot looks like. This is 1,000 square feet. Honestly, like, I like this condition of this property as well. Everything is original. It would scare a lot of people away that are looking for move-in ready properties. This is going to go well over $300,000 even with the size of it. It is a little bit small, so I actually would not live in here. This would be strictly a rental property for me, but I think it would rent pretty good. I do not like that. I do not like how there's a wall AC unit in there. It means this is an addition or the AC's broken, so I'd have to look more into that for sure. But yeah, look at the lot size. So this is like what I want. Even if it's in crap condition, like, you want a generously sized lot because this is where the resale value comes in on a corner too. So yeah, this would be a decent property if it was a little bit bigger, and if I figured out what this wall AC unit was doing in there. It was built in 83, so they definitely had cooling, but yeah, we'd have to figure that out. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Now, this is officially the end of the video here. I may honestly reach out to the real estate agent on the property that I wanted to close on and I was on escrow with. I would be like, hey, listen, if it's still up for rent in a couple weeks from now, I may just shoot her a text and be like, hey, I noticed that your house is still up for rent. If you guys were potentially like wanting to wait to sell it until 2022, I would wait for you guys. Let me know. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think we ended on good terms. I was extremely upset. She was very difficult to work with. But yeah, it's worth a try for sure. I love that house. It was in a great location. I'm going to continue looking though. Maybe something will pop up in the next 6 months here. And then I'll have my own property. Any other updates? I don't think there's anything else I had to cover. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, you guys have any video suggestions, please comment your video suggestions down below. This is why I make the videos, based on your guys' suggestions. Drop a like as well if this was entertaining, educational. Comment anything down below. It helps the engagement. It helps the algorithm. It helps me grow, same as the likes. I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you guys are interested in working with me, I am a licensed real estate agent in Arizona. I literally spend most of my day looking at properties like this, so I'm very well versed in the Arizona area for rental properties. I love to work with rental investors and just investors in general. So my email's down below. That's what I specialize in. I'll get you guys taken care of. I'll help you build your net worth in real estate, and that's it. I'll see you guys soon.